The Witcher has had a rough couple of months. It first started when one of the former writers of the show said some of the writers on The Witcher actually hated the source material. A few weeks later, it came out that Henry Cavill was leaving the show. He gave really no reason why, so fans speculated. And with the recent news of some of the writers hating the source material, people put two and two together. Henry is a big fan of the games and the books, so this being the reason would not exactly be shocking, since the Netflix show has deviated so much from the original material. Then the prequel series, The Witcher Blood Origin trailer, came out and was not well received. It has 25,000 likes to 124,000 dislikes. And then the final nail in the coffin, a petition was started to keep Henry Cavill as Geralt and get rid of the writers instead. At the making of this video, over 270,000 people have signed it. So this begs the question, is The Witcher dead? And the answer is sort of, but not really. Viewership will go down for the main show, especially after Henry leaves, but will it go down to the point where Netflix feels like they need to cancel it? I don't think so. The Witcher is one of the more well-known IPs that they have, and they are going to milk that cow for all it's worth. I already assumed the viewership would go down from season 2 to 3 before it was announced Henry was leaving. A lot of the fans of the books did not like season 2, it was very different from the source material. I wasn't the biggest fan either. The ending of season 2 still confuses me to this day. They expanded storylines that didn't need to be expanded, like the stuff with Fringilla and Francesca. I was not a huge fan of those scenes, and they completely cut stuff like when Triss, Geralt, and Ciri traveled to Mother Nenica's for Ciri's schooling. Instead, we had a whole plot about elder blood that kind of went nowhere. But when I asked my friends about the season, people who have not read the books or played the games, they really enjoyed it. So I suppose ignorance is bliss in a way. And a lot of people who watch it on Netflix probably haven't even read the books or played the games either. So the hardcore fans probably have already checked out of the show because of the changes the showrunners have made, and the casuals, the people who just watch the Netflix series, will most likely continue to watch it because they don't know about the changes. They can't be outraged about it. Even after Henry leaves, yes, it will be jarring. But if someone invests 3 seasons worth of time in, they will most likely want to know how the story ends. You may be saying, what about the 200,000 signatures on the petition? Well, Game of Thrones had over 1 million signatures on a petition to rewrite Season 8. And for the last 3 years, all I saw on Twitter is how nobody is going to watch anything Game of Thrones related. Season 8 ruined the universe, and lo and behold, House of the Dragon comes out and was a huge success for HBO, and all those people who said no one would watch it have egg on their face. So the internet is a small portion of the audience and tends to overreact to everything. People will continue to watch The Witcher, though the audience will shrink some. Now, is there any way Netflix can fix this? Get the book readers back in? And the answer is, not really. They have set the course, and changing or deviating from it will not really work. It will just make it worse. Like with Star Wars, The Last Jedi put things out there, and then The Rise of the Skywalker basically retconned those things and acted like they didn't exist, which just made the whole thing worse. There was no consistency, so the original Witcher show is what it is. You can't change it, unfortunately. But the prequels and spin-offs still have some potential. Now, they need to stop making spin-offs and prequels no one wants to see, like the Rats one, which will come out next year. This one just seems pointless. What they should focus on is a Vesemir prequel, which we saw a small glimpse of in the animated prequel Nightmare of the Wolf. But instead, let's make it live action, and we get to see Vesemir's adventures as a young Witcher. The guy who voices Vesemir in the prequel is Theo James, and I think he could easily play Vesemir in the live-action version. And if they focus on story, the monster fights, and the adventure aspect, I think they could have a big hit. It will be a much more intimate story, no jumping around to different POVs, which will make writing it easier for Netflix. And then we actually get to see a Witcher do contracts, which we haven't really seen in the main show, except for a few times. So what do you think? Is The Witcher dead? Leave it down in the comments below, and if you want more Witcher content, please subscribe and like the video. Also, check out the Twitter link in the description below, and as always, have an awesome day.